Hey there, gemstones. So there's two phrases that I kind of want to pick apart and put back together in a new way. And the first one is, if you want to be happy, be happy. And the other one is, follow your bliss. Both of these, if you're on the right frequency, are powerful, potent, useful tools that can be used as affirmations or mantras to keep us moving forward in the direction of the things that we want. But if you're sitting in a place where there is a massive rift between where you are and where you like to be, those two phrases are like a slap in the face or a punch in the gut. It's like, if I want to be happy, be happy. Are you freaking kidding me? You can't be serious. You're not for real. And then, follow my bliss. I wish I knew what my bliss was, because everything just feels so terrible right now. Both of those phrases can be worded differently or explained a little bit better for those people that are like really, really, really far away from where they would like to be. It is that, again, that massive rift that you try to jump and you fail. And it does not feel good. It makes the rift even bigger. So again, you have to build a bridge plank by plank to get across to where you want to be. So you want to be happy, be happy. Well, it's not actually that simple per se. It is a process that you have to delve into and really participate in and be a part of and make happen for yourself. You have to put down each plank in order to get from the lack of happiness into being happy, or getting from the emotion that you are experiencing into experiencing joy and happiness and wonderful goodness. Because if you're standing in a place of being completely depressed and feeling nothing, happiness feels like a fairy tale, a total fantasy. It's like, well, that might be real for some people, but it's not real for me. So why should I bother? And really, bringing the other phrase in, it should not be called follow your bliss for that reason, because there's a massive rift there. It's about following your relief, following what gives you relief. Is this a relief from that? Is this a relief from that? Is this relief headed in the direction that I want to go? Do I feel closer to where I want to be, or further away from it? Those are the planks that you're building your bridge out of, are the planks that cross the rift toward where you want to be and not toward somewhere you don't want to be, or keeping you exactly where you are. So, getting from where you are to happiness is about following the relief. You can't just be happy if the rift between where you are and happiness is so ginormous and overwhelmingly so. Voice of experience here. Standing in self-loathing, wanting to be in self-love. Yeah, I can sure jump across that rift and make it. Sure, whatever. Happiness is the same way. Bliss is the same way. If I am feeling nowhere near happiness or bliss, I'm not going to know which direction to head to. So, being happy, if you want to be happy, that needs to be explained a little bit better. Because it's not so black and white like that. No matter who you are, where you are, what you are doing, it is not black and white. Nothing's really black and white. It can be explained in a black and white way, but if you don't resonate with it, it's not going to make sense to you, or it's going to be like, are you smoking something? And if you are, please share. But, So you want to seek feelings of relief. Well, how can we do that? I did kind of explain it. In past videos, you want to find the things that feel good to you and exploit the snot out of them. And usually what brings about the feelings that feel so yummy is memories. Memories, or being aware of the existence of things that inspire upliftment, encouragement, make you feel good, or at least make you feel better than you were before. Thinking about those things helps, because the more you think about it, the more you feel something toward it. And so thinking about the good things inspires good feelings. And when you latch on to the good feeling and exploit it and let it explode everywhere, then you end up building that bridge, and before you know it, you're where happiness is. You're where bliss is. Because you followed what provided relief to get to happiness. You're not just, if I want to be happy, I will be happy. You're becoming happy. It's the right word there. If you want to be happy, you need to become happy by following your relief toward happiness. Should be this one massive phrase here, because that really explains it a lot better. At least it did for me, and I hope it does for you. That would be awesome if it does for you. It would make me feel good that I did something good for you, made something clearer for you, and you can pass on that knowledge to other people. Yay! Win for everybody. So how can we really find thoughts, feelings to exploit? Well, I talked about my process getting from self-loathing to self-love, and it's something that I am always working on. There are times when I detract and go in reverse, and then I have to go, hang on, hold up. Let's move forward, not backward. Let's move toward the joy and the good feelings, not away from them. And for me, my first thing that I focused on, like I said before, was my eyes. I focused on my eyes because I love my eyes. My eyes are beautiful and prettyful, and I love them so. And so the tool that I would use is meditation. I would enter into a meditative state, and then I would grasp onto thinking about the things that I felt good about, that I felt proud of. And then I would sit in that feeling for as long as I could while in that meditative state, until either it faded a bit more, or I was feeling drained by the focus, or I had to go and do other things. Normally it was the last one, because life. Things happened. We live life. So I would enter into this state of stillness, and still not always meaning physical, but definitely meaning mental. And stillness does not mean empty or completely devoid of thought. It means refining and focusing and honing your thought to a single point. You're thinking about one thing in particular, and you're thinking about it with great focus. You're not splitting your focus between multiple different things. You're really bringing it in. And it took a lot of cultivation, a lot of practice, because in the beginning, trying to do the meditation and wandering thoughts and shifting this way and that, and yes, I would have to teach myself, it's okay. We knew this was going to happen because we're not used to it yet. We haven't been practicing this forever, so we need to just gently bring ourselves back into that focal point. And sometimes it was breathing, sometimes it was just focusing on the way that my body felt, sometimes it was a singular thought or a mantra, an absolute truth for me that really helped, that I felt neutral or positive toward. mostly neutral, because that was the best way to get into that frame of mind. And so I would sit in that stillness and cultivate bringing my focus in. And then once I got into that really focused point where I was utilizing my breathing or counting or sensations or whatever to get into that meditative single point state of mind, then I would draw in something about myself that I felt good about, that I felt relieved that I had, that was a good, something that I had positive feelings towards. For me, it was my eyes. I would think about my eyes. I'd be like, wow, my eyes, I love my eyes. My eyes are beautiful and they're unique, and I'm really proud of how unique they are, and really inspired by how beautiful they are. And I'm glad that I have these things that I can look in the mirror and see every time I look in the mirror, because they're so amazing. And thinking those particular thoughts would bring forth positive feelings. I would feel the pride. I would feel the joy a little bit. I would feel relief about myself. It's like, there is something about myself that I like. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I feel good. And I would latch on to that feeling, and I would suck it in and spread it out and just let myself fill with this powerful, wonderful, marvelous feeling. And that was enough to get to the next point of, well, that trait isn't so bad either. And I'm actually a pretty smart cookie, insightful and understanding. I have a lot of things to offer to this world. And so I was finding more and more about myself that I really liked and I really appreciated. And practicing gentleness to bring my focus back in when my mind would wander and be like, well, I don't actually like that thing about it. And I was like, oh, hold the horses, bring it back in. We do like this, and it feels good. And I would be focusing on those things until I ended my meditation for that particular day or that particular time or whatever. And that's what really got my process going from self-loathing to self-love. And now I am sitting in this space of, I really love who I am and the person that I am and the body that I am in, because my body is smart enough to let me know when things are out of balance, when things are not going right. So it's not my body that's hideous, it's I am doing things to it or ignoring things that are happening to it that are making these things come forward, and my body is smart enough to let me know that something is wrong. And so instead of hating my body or hating that something is happening to me, I'm able to go, okay, I need to shift focus and bring this back into balance. That's that point of joy, self-love, happiness. I hope everyone kind of wants to get to, and that I want to share with other people. And that's why I made these videos. I'm making these videos, and this seems kind of off track, but I guess the point I'm making is the process of really getting into that process of getting from one end of the spectrum to the other, and how being happy isn't just this instantaneous thing, and you really use those words to explain it to somebody that isn't sitting in that happy place. It's following relief in order to become happy. Well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and have a wonderful day.